Always have to get your eyebrows limbered up before you play Crawl, so you can glare at things a little bit better. Okay. I think the delay should be almost done. Sorry, I don't really know what to do with this 30-second period at the beginning of videos where I don't have access to the channel yet. So I can't read your chats, and I can't see what I'm doing and do it at the same time. Yes, Tiberius Buck. The valorous Tiberius Buck. And by valorous, I mean creepy undead guy. Creepy! Well, still don't have chat, but hopefully it's working. I don't know why I wouldn't be. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started here. What do we have? We have the shoals, the snakes. Oh, that's right, yeah, we almost flirted with Elf 3 and then thought better of it. Of the shoals and the snakes, what are we prepared for? Snake seems better, for sure. Because we are immune to poison, we don't have to worry about that nasty business. Here we go. I think now I have chat. Yes. It's alive. Great. Okay. So if you said something before now, I'm sorry I didn't see it. But let's see it from here on out. Okay, so if I recall, we were going to go grab those couple of scrolls of Remove Curse from the stores in Elf 2, I think it was, which I want to do so that we can get fully bound in armor again. Scroll of Remove Curse, and Scroll of Remove Curse. Suppose we could buy a shiny shield. And we still have a million scrolls of Identify, so... Oh, that's right. Ashen's already identifies these things for us. It's just a +2 shield. Okay. So we could train up shields further in order to be able to use that, but we don't have a strong incentive to do so. If it were a shield of reflection, I would definitely consider it. But as it is, that's right, we want to be able to cast Discord. We want to be keeping an eye out for Scrolls of Vulnerability, which we have not found yet. Okay, only Vulnerability and Holy Word remain. Interesting. Right. I don't remember if I was considering changing spells last time or not, but I think we're fine for now. I don't think we have to mess with that at this particular point in time. I seem to recall that we're fairly stealthy because of, yeah, our cool boots. Boots of the Assassin. Burp, 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 burp. Still have no resist fire. That's just so frustrating. But, you know, that's Crawl. Sometimes that happens. Also, you know, we are limiting ourselves somewhat by not being able to switch out our weapon reliably. I think we probably found a source of. No, I guess we haven't. Let's say I thought we had found a weapon that gives us fire resistance, but that's not the case. Okay. Well, I think, yeah, Snake Pit is the way to go. Though I do want to drop one of our scrolls of Remove Curse. Read. No, we don't need to read. 3 Curse Weapon. We don't need Curse Weapon. So drop the other scroll. Good. Curse Armor. And let us curse our Cloak of Resist Magic. That seems good. We are not yet fully bound in armor. Okay, so we do have to curse our hat as well. Cool. Alrighty, so we are back to being fully bound in armor, which is nice. 27 armor class is quite good for a spellcaster, especially with these low failure rates. It's pretty neato. Oh, we have Blink now. Blink on H. Okay. Alrighty, so the snake pits are more difficult than they used to be. It used to be pretty predictable. The first 4 levels were all pretty similar, pretty was it homogeneous in its monster set, like really evenly distributed, really boring. And then in 0.13 or 0.14 or somewhere around there, they changed it all up. They added a bunch of different enemies and different sort of themes for various levels. What's our best thing to do when we're right next to someone? I don't know. Probably just pain. Ooh, constriction, it's nice to step out of that. That's right, we're not immune to poison, but we are quite, we're not particularly worried by it. +2 pair of gloves, is that better than what we're wearing? +0 pair of gloves. Yes, it is, but we don't have any more Scrolls of Curse armor or Scrolls of Remove Curse, so we won't be messing around with that at all. We should be able to get a good zombie army in here. Nagas frequently leave corpses behind, in my experience. Oh. Okay, there we go. Boom! Oh wait, Mana Vipers... Mana Vipers are particularly tricky. What do they do again? Ah, you can drain our magic. Well, that's super duper swell. Okay. That'll work. That'll work. Yeah, I think Bolt of Cold is the best thing to use. A lot of these serpentine creatures are particularly vulnerable to cold. Okie dokie. Let's try out this wand. Go here. Wand of Teleportation. Excellent. Let's go ahead and identify it since we have 1,000,000 scrolls. Aw, it's out of charges. Well, shucks. That's okay. We might even have... Yeah, we have some scrolls of recharging. We have 6 scrolls of teleportation, though, so no need to head back there now to recharge that. I feel like we're pretty strong. I think I already knew that, but enchanting armor. I guess we could enchant one of our buckler or our gloves. Doesn't seem very exciting. We'll hang on to that for later. Anaconda, was that the terrible, like, early 90s horror film? I seem to recall that, and what was the other one? Arachnophobia? I don't remember. Anyway, the constriction debuff that you can see there sometimes is similar to the engulf debuff in that over time it increases in damage. And you can break it by moving away or sometimes blinking away, though in either case it can be prevented. I mean, cool, got rid of the Mana Viper. Sometimes the blink is interrupted. You are constricted too tightly for the magic to work. Though it's a pretty good chance. I think, unless they change that in 0.15, that is possible. So even the most powerful hit point based warriors will need to be careful with constriction. What is this again? A Naga Sharpshooter. Ah, yeah, Portal Projectile. That's a really fun spell to play with. It gives your missile weapons smite targeting, so you can just plunk, 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 just drop arrows or sling bullets or what have you directly onto creatures without having to worry about things in between. Very, very nice spell. Kind of wish we had it ourselves, but instead we do not. We must just use the frigid winds of winter. Kind of let our zombies do some work here. And not too much of a problem. Ooh, Shock Serpent. That is scary. We don't have any electrical resistance. Not particularly vulnerable to cold. Okay, so we just... I think we're safer from these than melee characters would be, but... Okie dokie. Bring it on, Shock Serpent. Easy peasy. Ain't nothing to it. Cool. This is going pretty well. That can always change, of course, but... Okay, so what skills are we working towards? what skill breakpoints, rather. I guess spell casting, just stuff. Oh, that's right, we were wanting to cast Discord at some point, which I think we were needing probably 16 plus hexes, maybe closer to 18. Yeah. 7 arrows of frost I'm not worried about. There's a shock serpent, a couple of shock serpents. Blink scroll is nice. Cool, level 16. That's nice. I'll take it. Okay, well. Ow. See if we can get several at once. No. Let's use a scroll of fear here. Well. There we go. That'll get him out of line of sight. And let's read a scroll of teleportation. I underestimated those shock serpents quite heavily. Ooh, keep getting these bouncing bolts of electricity. It's pretty rough. There we go. So from here, we should try to get to these stairs. There we go. All right. Whew, that was much closer than I wanted it to be. That was some sloppy play on my part there. I should not have ventured so far away from those stairs in the first place. I very much overestimated the power of Bolt of Cold there. Yeah, I mean, it's not all that strong. Probably should be using Orb of Destruction more. Though snakes tend to be fast, they often can dodge it. Or they have a more reliable... Oh, we have the spell Blink. That's nice as well. Though I don't know if that would have helped us too much there. Well, okay, so could have played that better, but we survived, so I'm okay with it. Only used a single scroll of teleportation and a charge of, or wand of invisibility, so not too bad. Okay, another staircase right around here. Cool. I'm totally fine with blowing them up. I want them dead more than I want zombies available. I'll take a blink scroll, please. They don't have some... It is strange and repulsive. So they can see invisible. That's good to know. And boom. Okay, I think that's a pretty good way to deal with shock serpents is to not fight on their terms. Just don't let them do any shocking. Let's just get up close and drain him. I think that's probably a better strategy here. Yeah. Rise, minions. We shall form an army the likes of which has never been seen. Agnes? Ooh, Agnes is scary. Let's see if we can't maybe get out of here. Agnes is real scary. Zombie's doing some work though. That's nice. So Agnes is a Spriggan, so very, very fast, with a Lajatang, very, very fast, very, very strong. And I think it's usually either of speed or electrocution. So brands that benefit from brands that are good on very, very fast weapons. I don't know why it curved there. Hi there, Mr. Naga. Do you want to be a zombie? Do you want to join the Columbia Record Club? Oh. Not the button I was wanting to press there. Good thing, an anti-magic Lajatang. So, really scary for us. I guess we should draw her upstairs into our zombies there. Because we're kind of going to have to kill her eventually anyway. I think we can survive that, okay? Yeah, and then... Perfect. So, is she resistant to anything in particular? No, just very resistant to hostile enchantments. So... What is strongest? I guess Bolt of Cold. So expensive, though. Could try Pain. Okay, well... Okay, so she hurts a lot. That was kind of a failed experiment there. Cool. Well, alright, good to know. Lajatang really, really hurts. But it's nice to know sort of the limit of our capabilities. I mean, we don't really want to use that. Wielding an anti-magic weapon cuts your mana reserves to 1/3 of their normal amount. So we'll just raise a zombie with it and use it as a really strong backup for any stair dancing that we do. Yeah, Holy Wrath, not so great for us. We should quiver Bolts of Frost. Is the best plan. Ba-doop-boop-ba-doop. Smaller snakes cannot constrict you. Only the big ones like anacondas and whatnot. Get up close to him. Or they lose track of where we are. Alrighty. Kind of duck around a corner here. See if we can't even this fight up a little bit. Oh, no, not magic. That's a shame. Let's head back towards our staircase here. And just play it safe. No need to dive into these things. This is still going fairly well. Not quite as easy as I thought it would be initially, but you know, that's okay. It's still going reasonably well. It is funny that there are several potions that we've identified because we've seen monsters drink them, even though they don't do any good for us. Okie dokie. Onward. Ooh, a shop. Oh, a distillery. That does no good for us. However, it is kind of nice as far as a sort of a meta level goes, in that, generally speaking, you're more likely to find a second shop on a level once you have found a first shop. That is to say, frequently shops come in sets of more than one. Glad. Alright, we have a sizable army now. Wielding a whip. Whip. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, nothing useful to us. Sad day. We don't have quite as much gold. The last game that I played with good old Sharumph, I did not find any shops with anything useful, and I had like 4,000 gold at the end of the game or some such, which was a little frustrating. This is... I would prefer to have less gold overall and find shops in which to spend. I would rather have not enough gold than nothing to spend gold on. The dead are swimming. the staircase leads. I guess we can also figure out where this one goes. Okay, cool. And this one is a Greater Naga. Yeah, they're pretty strong. They have Venom Bolts. Venom Bolt and Poison Arrow does a decent amount of physical damage, though we are resistant to the poison damage part of it. Haste is rough, and teleporting us around kind of is annoying too, though we can read a scroll of teleport to stop it. Worth using just a Destruction Orb, as is this guy. A bit more experience. Excellent. That's what I like to see. Rampant Destruction. A Black Mamba is nearby. Yay, another scroll of remove curse. Those are very nice for us to have. They're a more precious resource to us than others. Conjurations increased to level 14, so we're getting exactly a 4-level bonus from Ashen-Zari. Cool. And a +0 helmet. Boring. Boring, boring. I guess you're worse than this one? Please. A Trident of Venom and has a Wand of Teleportation. Huh. She was once an adventurer who got thrown into the abyss, toyed with for a decade by some crazy demon. She became super strong, but also insane. Which doesn't sound too fun. So I feel bad for her, but I will probably have to kill her. It's just how it goes in the snake pits. Pretty brutal in the snake pits. A Salamander Mystic. Salamanders are fiery, if I recall, which is really bad for us. Can empower their allies hurl blasts of lava. And ignite poison. Well, we don't have to worry about ignite poison. That's nice. But, yeah, it's pretty scary. Alright. It's going to be tough to deal with. Let's explore elsewhere here first, before we tackle any fire-based monsters. With our still total lack of fire resistance. Oh, how do I get there, though? Through the nasty things that I don't want to face. Okay, well, let's go over here, then. Got him. Got him, boss. Oop, nope. The dead are slithering. Let's do that. And that. That worked pretty well. And good. That seemed to go all right. We can also always read a Scroll of Torment if we get in trouble. I forgot that we had that resource available to us, but that's a pretty good one. Pretty good one indeed. That took care of that Salamander Mystic without too much trouble. Still would love to have a source of fire resistance. Ah, there's Louise. I feel better about tackling Louise this time around. Let's see. Okay, not a problem. A cursed +0 large shield. That's not really what we want. Thank you, though. Okay, so that was Snake 3, on to Snake 4. Salamander, huh? Does it also have a ranged fire attack? Does not look like it. Okay, that is acceptable. I'd like to take it down. There we go, yeah. Seems like we're pretty strong if we just stair dance here. Should be fine. Hello, Black Mamba. You will join my army. Feast your eyes upon your doom. Texas is up to level 9, which is kind of cool. Which puts it at 13.3. Okay. Did we have a source of wizardry? Yes, we do. I kind of want to go back to... Yeah, let's go see if we can memorize Discord. Because that would be nice. I would like to have that available to us. +2 shield. What's the shield we already have? +2 shield? Boring. Let's just head over here. Safer. These guys do not worry me. Little snakelets. Plus we have Agnes. Agnes is crazy strong. Okay. Onward. Not having a hunger clock is nice. Because we're a mummy. We do not care about things of the mortal realm. Okay, 4 spell levels left. How does Discord look? 65%. So not awesome, but close. Getting closer. What were we going to forget? I think it was going to be Iskandarin's Mystic Blast. Yeah, I think I'd rather forget Iskandarin's Mystic Blast than Fulminant Prism. Fulminant Prism provides us with, I think, a more unique effect than the Blast. And Bolt of Cold serves really the purpose that Blast does. Orb of Destruction serves that purpose against things that are immune to Bolt of Cold. Yeah, let's just get rid of Iskandarin's Mystic Blast. Cool. And memorize Discord. That seems like a powerful setup. A powerful setup indeed. Okay, so for now, I think we can probably turn off spell casting and just focus on our actual spell skills. Get that to a point where we can use it reliably. Nope, did not mean to cast it there. Oh, how do I... Let's see. Yeah, so it basically makes everything berserk, and they can turn upon each other. So it's pretty neat. I haven't cast it before, but I think it's a strong effect. It's a strong enough effect that it's worth the trouble. Okay, so we want to read a scroll of recharging or two. This wand of teleportation with 0 charges. I want to know how many it has for sure. Why does it say... Oh, right, we have a corona around us from miscasting that spell, so that's why we have... That's why we were unable to use the Wand of Invisibility there. I didn't notice picking up the second Wand of Teleportation, but it is nice to have one that you know exactly how many charges it has. It's particularly useful on Snake 5, because a lot of the time there will be a lot of Greater Nagas that can teleport you, and so having only 5 teleportation scrolls and an unknown number of teleport charges on a wand makes me a little nervous, because sometimes you really do need to cancel teleports like 3 turns in a row. If you get unlucky. Okay, yeah, spellcasting can go off. And have it just primarily hexes. Do we want to do it 100% hexes for a little while? I feel like we've got a reasonable breakpoint with conjurations, and it's going to be a long time before we memorize like Firestorm or something crazy like that. Yeah. I hate not having an actual damage effect increasing at any point. So we'll focus hexes, but we won't turn it. We won't solely train it. Okay. I think we can drop this +2 shield as well. And back to the snake pit. Oh, hi, frog. Bye, frog. And we continue to check out the 4th floor. An amulet of resist corrosion. Okay. That's good. That opens up the slime pits to us as an option. Yeah, our current amulet is... I mean, resist mutation is a very good amulet to have, but it's not doing us any good really this early in the game at all. It'd be very nice to have later on. Though with mummies, mutation works slightly differently than with living beings. The undead decompose instead of being mutated. and can restore their stats by permanently sacrificing. At least mummies can. I don't know about other undead. Can permanently restore their stats by permanently sacrificing a point of mana. That's what I was trying to say. +0 hand crossbow. Well, that's not as good as our +1 hand crossbow. So okay. Neat, neat, neat. Amulet of Stasis. That's not quite as exciting. This looks potentially scary. Let's just drop that there and... Aha! Got something with it. That's cool. Blow up the Naga Mage. Excellent. Ooh, arrows of fire, something I don't want to deal with particularly. So we'll loop around to, here. Okay. And where's, here, get recall going. Aha. Excellent. Now we can stair dance. Alrighty. Yeah, the salamanders are a little tricky with our vulnerability, but doing okay. Demons and those ilk. Things that use fire magic a lot. Hello, Stanley Duderich. Oh, I was going to try something here. I don't know if this will... Let me know if this does anything to your status here. I was going to add you as an editor. And maybe that will give you moderator status. If you look up how I can turn you into a moderator, I will do that. Yeah, but I don't know that process off the top of my head. So, blink allies encircling. Okay, that's right. Yeah, I can teleport stuff to you. Swell. We'll just back up here and sort of hang out on this staircase. Right. Okay, we don't have any zombies on this level at the moment. That's too bad. Climbing the staircase is a good way to break constriction without having to step away from the thing that you're fighting. So I'm going to get to it once there, but let's pull these guys back here. Okay. Cool. Hex is at level 10. How is our Discord doing? 54%? Getting there. Getting there. Naga skeletons look pretty cool. A blackened brass wand. Wand of Cold. Alright. Another source of cold is always nice. Always nice here in the snake pits. Okay, so Snake 5 is kind of scary. What are our other options? Shoals? I feel like doing Shoals 1 through 4 is probably a good idea. It's the safe choice, so let's do that. I think we'd be okay on Snake 5, but ooh, we don't have a source of... Oh yeah, we do have a source of clarity. Ashen's Aria is cool. So yeah, this should be fine. We do want to quiver different bolts, though, I think. Regular bolts. Since a lot of them will get lost in the tides, I don't want to use particularly good ammo. We don't have a source of flight, which is too bad, but, you know, whatevs. We don't need to pick up extra rings of protection from magic. I don't think we'll ever want to wear 2 of them. Same thing with rings of regeneration, rings of wizardry, rings of ice. Okay. It's unlikely that we'll find... But I told him not to pick up rings of protection from magic anyway. Unlikely that we'll find a ring of protection or evasion that's better than +5, but on the off chance that we do. Cool. Sort of back away from this. The shoals pose some interesting line of sight problems. The little sort of islands and small little wall things. Primal Wave is very dangerous if you're flying, so if you ever encounter a Merfolk Aquamancer, make sure to land. Otherwise, they can make you sad. Attack that guy. Oh. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, about the same power level as the Snake Pits. I feel like it's pretty equivalent. Not necessarily a hard and fast rule, but I think, you know, they're generally interchangeable. It's mostly just whether or not you have good poison resistance, or poison resistance that doesn't take up too much of your too many of your capabilities. Cool. Windrake down. They kind of blow you around. Another Scroll of Amnesia, okay. Boop 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 boop. A little bit of circus music. Snapping turtles are cool. They have reach. Bolts of cold will create those freezing clouds when you shoot them over water. We sense a monster nearby. Okay. It has a Cutlass of Electrocution, which is scary, but you know, we'll deal. Yeah, that was no problem. And we can just sort of let our zombies take care of a few of those things. Not concerned. that a large shield of anything important? No, just a large shield. Boring. A thief knight comes into view. We have reached level 17. Cool. Next level, we'll be able to put another point into intelligence, which is nice. Make our spells a little bit easier to cast. Nothing too exciting so far. Still haven't found a whole bucket full of equipment yet. We've had some kind of limited resources this game, but we found a lot of good spells. We have a very good pool of mystical resources, though it took us some time to amass it. Alrighty, Shoals 2. A Trident of Protection. There's a pretty tough merfolk there. Let's ski on daddle up backstairs. Tomahawk is being thrown at me by things. Cool. Ooh, an armor shop. Shoppy. +1 helmet. About the same as our. +3 leather armor of the doldrums. Fly and see invisibility. Not particularly exciting. +1 pair of gloves of archery, though. That sounds interesting. It improves your effectiveness with ranged weaponry. I like that quite a bit. Only 195 gold. I'll take it. Let's go upstairs and pluck out those barbs. And okay, we'll drop a scroll of remove curse. 1 scroll of remove curse. Pray. Good, we got armor. Then we will remove. Yeah, we'll use a scroll of remove curse to take off our gloves and our amulet of resist mutation. Yeah, just those. And then we will put on an amulet of resist corrosion and our gloves of archery. Drop our old boring gloves. We'll keep the amulet of resist mutation. No need to drop that. And recurse them. Oh, we don't have a scroll of cursed jewelry. That's too bad. That does make our magic a little bit. Let's go back to our stash. I think we have a scroll of cursed jewelry there. Cursed jewelry. Fully bound in magic. Boom. And go ahead and drop Amulets of Resist Mutation and Stasis. Free up a little bit of space. Might as well identify these other wands. Like, I really have no other use for these scrolls. Okay. We can drop off the empty Wand of Teleportation then. Cool. We can read a scroll of enchant armor to get our gloves beefed up a little bit. Let's see if they're maximum enchanted. I think so, yeah. Okay, cool. That's neat. Forget exactly what gloves of archery do as of 0.15, but it seems like they do some good. And Scrolls of Curse jewelry and Scrolls of Curse armor can stay behind, as can Scrolls of Curse weapon. And Scroll of Amnesia. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, not having potions frees up a lot of inventory space. That is a plus. Bolt of Cold seems to be working pretty well against these guys. Whoa. Something scary over there. Let's back up this way. Vampiric Draining didn't seem to do a great deal there. Nicola. Yikes. Nicola the Mad Inventor. Yeah. He's pretty dangerous. Yeah. Chain lightning is a thing. Well, let's see if we can... Oh, I was gonna say kill him, but... Can he see invisible? Yeah. We can always torment. That would work. Oh, gosh. Let's do a Scroll of Fear. Doesn't do anything. Alright, let's break line of sight. And blank scroll away. Whew. Alright. So he is stronger than we can handle right now. A demon trident of venom. Well, if you can fight through my zombies, friend, you can, yeah. Okay, so let's put an exclusion here. Well, I'll just wait for a little while. The tides move in and out in the shoals, and that can cause some tricky, Ooh, Hex is at level 11. Cool. How's our Discord coming? 34%. Getting there. Getting there. If we can get him on the water, then we can hope to catch him in one of those freezing clouds and take him down that way. Oop. No, what kind of shop was that? Another armor shop. Well, that could be nice, but gotta make it past the Mad Inventor first. Tried all the staircases. Okay. Ugh. What else do we have in our bag of tricks here? Orb of Destruction seems good. Water Nymph Zombie just bashing away. Let's sort of dance around here. Just lots of orbs. Orbs, orbs, orbs. There we go. Got him. Whew. He is a scary gentleman. +1 Cloak of Darkness. I mean, invisibility is nice, but we already have a source of that in this wand. Cool armor. Ooh, the +1 pair of gloves of Kleptomania. Double resist fire. That is just way better than our gloves of archery. I mean, archery is a nice, fun thing to have, but that 2 pips of resist fire is exactly what we've been needing. And we can afford it. Excellent. We do, unfortunately, have to wait until we find another scroll of Remove Curse in order to get access, but worth it. Oh, that's going to be so nice to have. A short silver wand. Okay. What does this short silver wand do? Wand of Lightning. Food shop. There's almost certainly nothing of interest in there for us, yeah. It's like, why do we care about a food shop? We do not. We do no such thing. Man, all this cool food. Okay, a bookshop. That could be interesting. I don't know what books we lack, but let's see. Let's examine some of these. Book of Wizardry. Spellforge Servitor is quite nice. It would be difficult for us to cast. Invisibility is good. Haste is good. I like haste a lot. Agony is, I'm pretty sure, quite good. Yeah, it's a single target torment. Cool. So that would be a great book to get eventually. I don't think we need it immediately. What is in a Book of Alchemy? Nothing too exciting for us. Book of Death. Bolt of Draining is fine. Bolt of Draining actually is kind of nice because we can shoot it through our zombies, but I don't know. I don't think we really need it. Sublimation of Blood I don't think we can use, yeah. Because we are a mummy. Okay, Book of the Sky has Tornado, which is nice. And Deflect Missiles, which is nice. Airstrike is a cool smite targeted spell. We wanted to go an air route at some point. If we wanted to switch over to that, that would work. Transfiguration's not really what we want. Dragon Form's okay, I guess. control. Mass confusion is nice. Though we have Discord for that, essentially. It's a little bit different, but it serves largely the same purpose. Okay. So some good things to remember there. The Book of Wizardry being the most relevant and cool. We have a zillion bolts. We don't care if they get lost in the ocean. Okay, it looks like we want to head over here. Yeah. Well, let's try and get there at least. Can we kill plants with... That's right, I think we just have to, like, use crossbow bolts to... Oh, harpies. Harpies everywhere. Harpies are kind of like bats or unseen horrors. They flit about a bunch and are really annoying. But our armor class is pretty darn good. I think we should be okay. Plus now we have harpy zombies of our own. A glowing glass wand. Let's try out the glowing glass wand. Wand of fire. Nice. Okay. Let's just pop up these stairs. Kill ourselves a manticore. There we go. That's better positioning. Because he could hit us with the trident before anyway, and this way we were able to hit him ourselves. The Ring of Vitality. HP plus 15 and regen. That's cool. That's really nice. Is it better than a cursed plus 5? Well, I suppose it's all going to be cursed. Is it better than a plus 5 Ring of Protection? Probably. From 29 to 24 is kind of a drop. Especially since we're going to lose another point from switching over to those gloves of resist fire. It's fine. We'll consider it. We definitely want it. Unless regen has no function for us. It doesn't say it doesn't. Though that's possible. A lot of the things that interact with your metabolism are ineffective if you're undead. Or like vampires, it's a little bit different because you can become sort of pseudo-alive if you drink enough blood. Oh, that's right, there's still more of this level to explore. Sort of up in this area. That's right, being held prevents you from using your shields, which is of note if there are lots of ranged creatures hanging about, which is common in the shoals, a lot of ranged guys. All the harpies. Many harpies. Hexes up to level 12. That's neat. How's our Discord? 17%. Getting there. Ooh, a Kraken. Those things are pretty strong. But I think we'll be okay. These bolts tend to work well. Zombies should be able to do some work as well. Yeah. Got it. Alright, well, I guess we just wait for the tide. No, let's not walk into our clouds of freezing vapor. Oh, more harpies. Always exciting. Okay. Seems like this is largely explored. So we can go back to Shoals 3. Alright. We're coming along. I feel like we'll get Wiglaf. Might and haste. A fat dwarf wearing a stupid-looking hat. Alright then, tell us how you really feel. Huh. Strong Wiglaf. Let's pull him upstairs. Huh. Yeah, recall is cool. He has a War Axe of Freezing. I think we should just let our zombies do as much work as we can, and occasionally hit him with some pain. Want to save the mana for Vampiric Draining here. Ooh, this is scary. Torment won't finish him off. Ooh, we could do a Scroll of Fear. He resists. Yikes. Can he see invisible? No. Okay. Okay, good. Cannot find us. Ow. Stop it. Okay, let's just get away from him. Let's not try and kill him. Let's just heal. Let's hold on. Let's take stock of what we got going on here, because that was pretty scary. We definitely could have died there, and I was not playing as cautiously as I needed to be. All right. So our plan of attack, because I do want to kill him. I want this next level to be clear. Is to start off with a Scroll of Torment. I think it's reasonable to use it on him. And from there, move on to Orbs of Destruction. Yeah. Okay. See if we can Hail Vigloff from whence he roams. There he is. Alright. So, read a scroll of Torment. Torment. Yeah, I think... Oh, we do have the spell Blink. That is good to note. I think just start launching orbs at him. Ugh. Not... He dodged too many of them. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Cool. It curved all the way around and blew him up here. Alright, I'll take it. Oh, no wonder. Plate armor, positive energy. That's why he was so resistant to our necromantic tactics. Whew. Well, that was a tough fight. He was a worthy foe indeed. You shall be remembered, Vigloff. You and your fat hat both. Or stupid hat. I wish I had gotten his stupid hat. That would have been cool. Flat. Bunch of fawns and... or satyrs. Satyrs and fawns. Do some line of sight work here so that we can kind of put it. What is that thing that was sitting over here? Some kind of weird sling. Ah, great sling, yeah. Base damage 10, 12. Okay, that's kind of cool. Neat. It's a lot of damage for a sling. Ooh, a book. Neato. Book of Wizardry. Good. We were, considering buying that at one point. All of the spells in here are good. I think Force Lance and Agony are arguably the least useful. Spellforge Servitor is great. I really do want access to that, because they can cast Orb of Destruction, so you can just... You summon one and it just... We don't have any levels in summoning, so we would have to either use Ashen Zarya to train something over to summoning, or put a bunch of points into it. Though our Conjurations is pretty good, so it shouldn't be too terribly hard to cast. We'd need the spell levels for it, though. We need 6 more character levels. It's quite a few. And more merfolk. Back to normalcy after our Vigloff excitement. Nicola and Vigloff. 2 tough uniques. Though I did not anticipate Vigloff would be as tough as he was. Plant is devoured by a tear in reality. Oh, because one of our merfolk has a Trident of Distortion? That's weird. So it might accidentally send stuff to the Abyss. Cool. Conjuration's at 15, so 19. That's nice. It's, we're getting up there in spell power. Ooh, disc 14%. Awesome. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. How are we going to get to where we want to go? Want to finish exploring this level, preferably get something cool or a big chunk of experience. Those would be good. I'm hoping in this little vaultlet area there'll be something interesting. Which doesn't seem like it. Some elementals, which is not super exciting, but yeah, you know. Sometimes exciting is overrated. Sometimes you want peaceful. It looks like there might be stuff over here. Nothing in particular. Okay. So there may... Oh yeah, there is stuff way over there. Clarity is really nice to have in the shoals. These mermaids and sirens would be much more of a pain if we didn't have clarity. They can affect your movement pretty severely, either by forcing you to, like, you can, some of them you can either not walk away from them, others you can't walk towards them. Hello, Sungif. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well today. We are in the shoals, having some fun. We've just finished exploring Shoals 3. Shaft. We do not want to shaft ourselves. Not at this point in time. Thanks. Yeah, we got through level 4. We cleared levels 4 of the snake pit. And, oh, interesting. When the tide rolls back, the items underneath the deep parts of the water become available again. I don't know if that's new or... Doing all right. Doing all right. It's been a long day, but a very good day. All of today has been quite nice. A copper wand, an elemental, and vow. Yeah, that works too. Cool. Aquamancers do more damage if you are over water. And I think they also do more damage if you're flying with their Primal Wave spell. Pretty obnoxious. Amulet of the Gourmand means nothing to us. We can savor no food, for all in our mouth turns to ash. Wretched are we who shamble the earth, ne'er to find solace. Sling of Flaming could have been pretty painful. Glad we didn't have to interact with that. More gold. Gold is nice. X is up to 13. How's Discord? 12%. Getting there. Getting there. Okay, well, let's try a different staircase since that one clearly is not the most exciting. Not that boring is bad, but I kind of want to be able to access the rest of the level there. It would be nice. Another book. I mean, books are nice and all, but I really would prefer equipment now. Doing pretty good on the book front. Let's get him back upstairs. We've got a bigger army. I forget how it is that I attack towards something. There we go. Ooh, who is Glaive of Distortion? That guy's gotta die. Distortion is a tricky thing to be hit with. I think we would be okay in the Abyss right now. I think we would be able to survive. That being said, I'm not in any hurry to test that theory. Book of Conjurations. I think we have no use for this. Pretty sure. Iskendarin's Battlesphere is fine, but it's not something we really need at this point. Okay. Eat some cold merfolk. I'll let my zombies take care of that guy. Zombies with weapons are good. I like reanimating merfolk and that sort of thing. Critters with weapons. Just feels like I've got a little bit more variety to my kit. A little bit more elemental damage. Okay, so it's immune to cold. I guess Orb of Destruction is the best way to go then. Boom. Like butter. Really glad my zombies don't get mad at me for making them stand in cold. Or if they accidentally end up standing in cold. Explosion sling. Okay, well, let's duck behind some guys here. And once we've got a nice shield going on. Oh, well, forgive me, zombie. Totes my bad. Oh man, more fawns. No fawn. Let's read a scroll of teleportation. Kind of want to just get out of here. This seems like one of those situations where I'm not in a ton of trouble just yet, but I could totally end up in a ton of trouble, and that would be bad. We'll leave him with a parting gift, though. Polyphemus. He's really scary. Polyphemus the Watchful Shepherd. Cyclops Shepherd, he is very protective of his charges, whom he watches with an undying fervor through his single massive eye. Spear in the eye. Good old Homer. Well, I'm really glad that I'm getting out of here now. I move away from Polyphemus. Polyphemus. I don't know what the correct pronunciation is there. Forgive me if I'm butchering it. Polyphemus seems... Polyphemus? Anyway, that's a scary level. Let's be a little more cautious with it. Ah, Death Yaks. And a Catoblepas. Is that a Lelephant? Oh no, that's the Catoblepas. Okay, well let's bring the Death Yak back up with us. Death Yaks seem pretty strong. Oh, we still have layer... do we? No, I think we cleared the layer. Yeah, we did. Darn, I was hoping we still had layer 7 and 8. But we do not. Alright, we're starting to hit some checks here. Beyond which I'm not sure we can progress quite yet. Though, let's see what this wand is. These wands are, we have a couple. Draining. It's okay. Oop. Wand of Enslavement. Yeah, that's also fine, I suppose. How's Discord? 12%. If we can cast Discord, I think we're okay. Yeah. We're in a reasonable position to Stare Dance stuff. I don't know if zombies can be affected by calcification, namely the petrifying effect of the Catoblepas. Using Control F, or using F to fire, or cast like ZF to cast our Bolt of Cold, and then using the period key when you're in the targeting there, cast it to that tile but no further. So if you have allies, you don't have to worry about... If you have allies on the other side of a monster, and you want to use an attack that can pierce, then you don't have to worry about that. Snapping turtles can be surprisingly tough. Alright, there's a Cyclops. Not the big bad Cyclops, but a Cyclops. I think if we get him, yeah, freezing vapors are often quite good. We'll just blow up our sad zombie that we accidentally betrayed. Fulminant Prism, a little tricky to use with zombies sometimes. Okay, there's Polyphemus. Polyphemus, however you want to pronounce it. Okay, so... I don't think we have any zombies on this level, sadly. Let's get to a better sort of line of sight place here. Alright. Let's quiver Poisoned Bolt here. Duck around the corner. Quiver, I guess Steel Bolts. Let's use our Wand of Draining. Okay, he's drained. Good. Makes him a little weaker. And now let's just orb him. Boom. Got him. Alright. Tough fight. I mean, I really did want to make him into a zombie, but I think the correct choice was to just kill him as rapidly as possible. Oh, no, we want to save our bolts of steel. We just want to use regular bolts when we're firing into water. Ow. Ow! Wow, those really hurt. Like, a lot. Let's read a Scroll of Fog. There we go. Read a Scroll of Teleportation here. Okay. That lets us get out of here. Man, I haven't had enough experience with those guys to realize that that's apparently pretty powerful stuff. Alright, so really our best tactic is to catch things while they're over water, get the freezing cloud going. That's our most efficient means of killing things. It's been a pretty tricky shoals, but not unbearable. Hi. Pay attention to us. Please. And also die. Okay. Not a ton of zombies on this level yet, but I think we'll be fine. Or undead might be immune to freezing clouds. I don't know for sure. Oop. I want that zombie. Ah, yes, all those fawns. I'm not fond of them at all. In this atoll. Nice, level 18. Another point to intelligence. This should make Discord castable. Oh, 9%. Still a dangerous miscast, should we miscast it. Nice. But it is at least within our capability of... it is within the range of castability. And I think I will try it here. Cool. Oh, awesome. Fast, unusually strong, frenzied, and insane. Awesome. Well, just, don't mind me. That was pretty cool. That's a neat spell, I like it. Very satisfying. Blat. Okay, well, we are close to having explored everything. We do have Discord available to us, so I think the last floor of a few things are available. It is getting pretty late, but I think I want to do Orc 4. Are there any that we haven't poked our head into? No, we've checked them all. We do have those cool gloves. All right. Still no Scroll of Remove Curse, which is too bad. But let's do Orc 4. I think we're strong enough for it now. I feel good. The fact that Discord is castable is pretty sweet. I think that is going to do a lot of good. It will further reduce our experience gain, which is annoying, but that's totally fine. Oh, we already cleared Orc 4. Never mind. Boring. Elf 3 seems reasonable, though. 3 pips of magic resistance. We just have been naturally accumulating it, and we have some on our cloak as well. Yeah, let's go ahead and do Elf 3. I have a feeling like it will be pretty easy with Discord. We do have to be careful for sources of fire damage, but I think we'll be okay, as long as we're cautious about it. Hi. Just kind of testing capabilities of this guy here. Seems like against the regular strength elves, we're okay. The super strength elves, like Annihilators and High Priests and Death Mages, those all seem pretty strong. They could be dangerous. Okay, so this looks real dangerous. Let's not have this auto-explore into there. I do like that we found the scroll of Remove Curse. Let's go back and grab those scrolls. I want to get the Gloves of Fire Resistance on now. Not later. Not after we've been slain by a fireball. We're going to do it before we get slain by a fireball. Phrasing. More wandering critters. Hapless souls. Fodder for our great works. Okay, so we want Cursed Armor and Cursed Jewelry. Where we're going to swap it out for... We could swap it out for the Ring of Protection or HP plus 15 and Regen. I like both of those. Our armor class is going down a little. I think the extra HP is not worth a drop in 5 armor class. I could see like 3 hits with 5 damage each, yeah. So we'll hang on to that. We've got enough inventory space to just sort of keep it for a little while. 2 spell levels left. I don't think that we're going to be needing to memorize anything anytime soon, so we can drop these books. Okay, and we'll read this scroll of Remove Curse. Get rid of these gloves. And that's it. Still totally worth it. Yay, we're finally not vulnerable to fire. We are, in fact, resistant to fire instead. That is a 100% swing in fire damage. From negative 50% to... From 50% vulnerability to 50% protection. 50% damage increase taken to a 50% damage reduction. Yeah. Very, very worth it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We'll just drop these Gloves of Archery. We may someday switch back to them if we find a bunch of sources of resistance otherwise. Curse armor, sure. I think we're good. Yeah. Let's go back to L3. I think we can do this. I ain't worried about no Hydras. Not even 2 Hydras. 11 heads worth of Hydra. Down. Boom. Okay. Jorgrun. Quarterstaff of Crushing. So don't let him hit us. Ghastly's Rapid Deconstruction. So we don't want to stand next to walls, because he can explode them into us. And same thing with Shatter. You can dig through things and you can try and petrify us. Okay, well, let's just kind of stand in the middle of this room and put that there. Let's actually use our blink spell that we, have memorized and really would benefit from utilizing. There we go. Discord is at 7%. Excellent. Let's pick up this Quarterstaff of Crushing just so we're not surprised by it. On this level, anything slightly out of the ordinary we should pick up. We don't have to worry as much about things of flaming anymore, though, which is nice. Saint Roka. Goodness gracious. That's real bad. Mighty Warlord, chosen one of Bo. Can smite. And here we are cut off from our staircase. Awesome. Just how I like it. Saint Roka cannot see invisible. Neither can this elf. We are going invisible. And getting the heck out of Dodge. It's okay if that guy follows us upstairs. Totally fine with that. Alright, well, that's scary. Mostly doing this because I'm greedy and kind of want to see if there are neat shops hanging around. Ooh, a Scroll of Acquirement. There we go. Knew there was a reason why I was staying around in dangerous places. Alrighty. What do we want? What do we want? That's a good question. What do we want? Don't really want wands. Don't really want jewelry. Don't really want books. Could use a staff. That could be nice, but I think our crossbow is still pretty important to us. Yeah, I think armor is the way to go with this one still. What do we want? Yeah, we want armor. Ooh, what is this? A +1 Buckler of Protection. Awesome. That's cool. +3 armor class bonus. I am totally okay with. Oh, we didn't recurse our... Shucks, we didn't recurse our gloves. But we don't have another scroll of Remove Curse. Okay, that's fine. We can wait on recursing our gloves until we find another scroll of Remove Curse and can remove that buckler and then curse our gloves and shields at the same time. Alright. That was a good scroll. I liked it. Oh, I bet that this is... Yeah, okay, this is the vault. So there are two sort of vault-like areas. There's this door with maybe scary things behind it, and then there's the actual vault. There are sort of like pods full of cool magical stuff, guarded by tons and tons of really nasty elves. Let's make sure we don't get anywhere near it. Let's do a double exclusion. Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. Those days are over. You don't have to share your body with the night. You're welcome. Yikes, blinked, okay. And let's get out of radius there. And back towards a staircase. Yeah, see, we can resist Puffs of Flame now instead of having them take out a quarter of our hit points. Excellent. I kind of want the Hooted's Crystal Spear. Bolt of Cold is fine, but it's not the best for single target. Ooh, yeah, we need to be using Discord to our advantage. That would have been good with Saint Roka. Flat. This is just Cloud of Flame. Vampiric Battle Axe, that will be an unpleasant surprise for him, should he choose to attack us. If you use vampiric weapons on undead or demons, it hurts you terribly. Invokes Trog's Protection. Trog's Protection did not affect him from a fully charged Orb of Destruction. Too bad for it. Let's be smart about this. Let's back up a bit. Saint Roka. They easily resist, huh? What's my spell power with that? Oh, not awesome. Okay. Well, let's toss an orb that way. Pop up the stairs. Moderately wounded. Okay. Good to know we can do some damage to him. Or her. I'm actually not sure which it is. Sometimes hard to tell with orcs anyway. They don't really do the whole traditional gender roles thing. And by traditional, I mean 1950s America. Because that's what people really mean when they say that. They don't mean, like,